Disabled rail passengers say they've been left humiliated by inaccessible replacement bus and coach services. A Freedom of Information request shows TransPennine Express is the joint worst rail provider for disability access on their replacement vehicles. Train operators have until the end of December to improve. Phil Bodmer has this.
Doug Pawley from Wetherby is a regular user of public transport and a long-time campaigner calling for improved access for those with disabilities. The BBC has discovered TransPennine Express is the joint worst operator for disability access when it comes to swapping trains for road transport. Doug says if trains are not running, he has to use taxis, which are not always suitable.
All trains these days are theoretically accessible, but then the rail replacement services aren't, so I can't actually get on the coach. And that means that I have to find alternative transport, or the train operating company does, which is usually a taxi, which sounds better, but isn't. I have to travel hunched over backwards and with the back of my head pressed against the ceiling, and with no access to a toilet.
Coaches that meet disability requirements are expensive, and rail replacement work sporadic. For operators, it's balancing investment against return.
It is feasible enough to acquire them, provided that you have either the funds or the financing in place to do so. Vehicles must have a wheelchair ramp or a wheelchair lift. There must be colour contrasting handrails for the benefit of persons who are partially sighted.
The Rail Delivery Group, which represents train operators, says we want everyone to have comfortable, dignified journeys on rail replacement services. The industry has led plans to boost the number of compliant vehicles, which are in short supply. New rules on accessibility will come into force at the end of this year. For Doug and many like him, those changes are long overdue. Phil Bodmer, BBC Look North.